All right, what's up, guys? It's the week right after I won, my first Supercross championship. So I'm gonna go over the feeling of it and give you guys a rundown of the year and the past years leading to this. Yeah, definitely. My first thought going through my head after I won that championship, it was kind of a surreal moment. The way it went down with still winning it around early. I got kind of lucky winning it that way. So I was pretty hyped and yeah, but it's been a lot of sacrifice to get to that point because I mean last year. My goal was to win that Supercross title and ended up breaking my wrist right before the first round. So I only had like 2 weeks of prep on my on bike, and that was like a couple days of riding because I'm in a lot of pain because I just had surgery. So obviously the goal was last year to win that Supercross title. We lost it by 4 points, which was a little unfortunate, but yeah, injuries happen in this sport, and we're still in 19 though, and we got it done. Yeah, the most challenging part was, I mean, obviously I wanted to win that Supercross title last year and ended up getting hurt right before, so that was something that was pretty gnarly. I was like, broke my wrist 3 weeks before the first round, had surgery, and ended up racing. Crashed on the start of the first race, and that last year I feel like was a big building year for me. Just getting torn down, the highs and the lows, and that was kind of like an eye-opening experience, and it motivated me a lot too to come out swinging in outdoors. Yeah. So I'd definitely say that injury before Supercross last year. Yeah, some goals that I set for myself. Obviously, I've set some pretty high standards on what I want to do, and winning a championship this young at 19 is rare for a lot of people to do. I know I looked at some stats or whatever, and I was me, Ricky, and Stewart, I believe, or was it me, Ricky, and Villapoto? Me, Ricky, and Stewart. It was one of them. Two legendary dudes. We were the only ones to clinch the outdoor and Supercross title both as a team. So that's some pretty crazy stats. And yeah, my goal was always to be a champion before. I wanted to win Supercross and motocross before I was 20, and we got it done. Yeah, the training from going from California to Florida, which is a big sacrifice, chase the dream of trying to be a professional racer. I could have definitely relaxed in California and lived with the fam, but yeah, moved out to Florida, lived in the motorhome for about a year at the Star facility. And the training, it's pretty gnarly. I mean, I got thrown in first day right with all the pros. There was no amateur setup. They literally, here's your bike, now get in the motos and start training. It's like you get thrown right into the program. So coming from a kid in California, which I worked hard, but I never, the heat and everything moving to Florida was just a whole nother level, and I had to adapt quick, and I think that's what kind of made me so tough in racing, is just adapting quick to things. Yeah, I'd say the first 2 years I was on Star, Swanee he just wasn't really easy on me, and that's kind of what I feel like helped out is just, I did the program, did the work, and that's kind of what built this base, and he's a little nicer now, but now that I've won some championships, but I definitely, when I first moved over here, definitely didn't take no crap. Yeah, where I kind of felt the big, the changes. To be honest, though, I'm a practice track guy. I'm not really the fastest ever at the practice track. I'm a racer, so when it's time to race, I can pick it up. And I feel like last year during outdoor season was kind of the big change. Or even, I did my first ever outdoor national. I think I got like 12th or something at Fox or whatever, besides crashing at the first one. And then that next season, just that little off season right there, we made so much progress. Where that next season outdoors at the opener, I got second. So I think it's just doing the program, staying locked in, and being a racer. Honestly, it's time that I can flip my mind into race mode, and it's time to go. Yeah, my earliest probably memory of wanting to be a professional racer or anything on a dirt bike was just when I was young, watching my dad and all his buddies do freestyle and stuff, and it was kind of just built into my head that I was gonna do some form of something on a dirt bike. And yeah, my dad first took me racing. Mom was not stoked because she didn't really want us racing, but after that I fell in love with it. Like, racing was my thing. I was still that wild kid, so I was always trying tricks. I still did a backflip at 10 years old, and yeah, my biggest role model in racing in general and off the bike stuff. I mean, I'd say I looked up to Dungy a lot racing, even though our attitudes are two complete different. But yeah, and obviously you got like Stewart and Ricky, some of the legendary dudes, Reed, and yeah, I look up to a lot of people though, and I mean, there's a few dudes that really work hard, and that's how they win, is they're just stronger than everybody. Like outdoors, you can just be really fit, and you gotta have the speed, obviously, and technique, but that 30-minute mark, if you're still hammering, it's a lot easier to win those races. So, I mean, you still got dudes like Tomac and stuff that you look up to as well, because they're some badass dudes. Yeah, any advice I'd give to the kids is just, I mean, you just got to work hard. Obviously, I had a good upbringing with parents that supported me and had the money and stuff. And I mean, that's how it is with a lot of kids in racing, though. But I mean, depending on what you have, you just got to work hard, stay consistent, and stay humble. No, I'm just kidding. No, you gotta stay humble. But yeah, just work hard, and yeah, you just can't give up. Yeah, mental toughness is one of the biggest things that I feel like makes and breaks people to be champions or not. Like, this sport is so gnarly, you get judged for everything you do. So, and that's just human nature. Like, people will try to tear you down, and people will support you on your way up, but once they see you doing better than them, they want to tear you down. So you got to be really mentally strong, and just in general training and stuff. I mean, it beats you up. You're physically wore out, and to be raised how I did by my mom and dad, where they didn't really let me take no crap. So I kind of, my mental side of things is pretty strong. Yeah, and one of the big things is I'm still only 19. I'd love to be doing a lot of the things most kids are doing at my age. I mean, I moved from California, literally the pinnacle of having fun, pretty much, and moved to Florida, Tallahassee, this little city, to train. And I'm still young. I like to go have fun with my friends and stuff, but I'm still really disciplined too to figure out how to win championships and train hard. So I don't let the distractions get to me, and yeah, I have fun sometimes, but I'm really locked in the head, and that's the hard part. A lot of people get derailed, and that's the goal. And what I thrive to every day is just to stay locked in and train hard. Yeah, 450, that's been a big talk. Winning the Supercross title, you have a year to defend, and then it's time to move up to a 450. So stuff goes quick at a young age when you're winning championships. A lot of people will be in the Tour de Class for a long time, and to move up to 450 this young is pretty wild. But yeah, my goal right now, I'd say definitely we're not. It would be cool to hop on a 450 for Salt Lake. But yeah, I want to have a strong finishing on Supercross on a 250, and then next year defend this Supercross title. I don't know what coast yet, and then yeah, the plan would be to hopefully ride a 450 outdoors would be pretty sick, and yeah, that's the plan as of now. Yeah, winning this championship is huge to me because I obviously, made the sacrifice to move to Florida to join the Star Racing Yamaha team, which I knew was the best team. I obviously, coming off Super Minis, I had deals from about every team, and it was like, who am I going to go to be the fastest guy and be a champion? And that's why we chose Yamaha. Hopped on that bike, and it was some unreal feeling, and there was the toughest team to be on to build me into a champion. And I'm also curious to see who switched to Yamaha with us. It was a big change, and it was one of the best bikes I've ever ridden. So yeah, I'm curious to see if you guys did too. All right, that's a wrap on the little debrief of how we got to this championship and winning the championship. This is a huge moment for me, especially winning a West Championship, the premier 250 coast. So that's big, and yeah, see you guys at Salt Lake. One more strong round to go, and then it's time to get ready to defend that title in outdoors.